we'll go over the most profitable items in New World and we'll determine what trade skills will earn you the most gold. Stay tuned till the end to find out what will be my choice. Hello everyone, Sayphex here. The first trade skill we'll focus on is weaponsmithing. With this skill you can craft the best weapons such as great swords, great axes, warhammers, swords, rapiers and all of the shields. With the right levels and items you can make them with all 3 perks and with a max gear score. The path won't be easy, but in the end it will be worth it. Besides crafting weapons, you're also able to make an item called Weapon Matrix. This item is used to upgrade your artifacts and other named items. It's essential in creating any endgame gear, and I would consider this as your primary source of income if you choose weaponsmithing. You will also be able to craft honing stones. These are consumable items that boost your weapon damage, and it's used in all endgame content, PvE or PvE. Most of these items will provide you with a lot of gold, especially honing stones and weapon matrix, as both of them will be used far more than your own crafted weapons. Next up is arguably the most profitable trade skill in New World. Armoring is a skill that many players want to master, as it can make you one of the richest players in the game. Items that you can farm from bosses or other content mostly have 2 good perks, but the third one is not ideal. Here is where armoring comes in. Same as weaponsmithing, you can make an item with 3 perks of your choice with a max gear score. The main difference is that crafted armors are much more popular and needed than weapons, as many players would pay more than 200,000 gold for 1 piece of gear. If this reason alone will not convince you that armoring is the best skill to master, then the following items might. You're also able to make bags. These are useful items that give you a bigger carry capacity. They're one of the core items if you want to earn your gold by gathering materials. In one of my characters, I was able to earn millions just by selling bags. The last useful item is similar to weaponsmithing. It's called Armor Matrix. The same as weapon variation, but for armor. Overall, armoring is by many considered the most profitable trade skill in New World. I would mostly agree with them if I did not think that there is one more profitable trade skill than this. If you like this video so far, then give it a like and subscribe for more New World content, as in the future I'll release many build videos on what I consider will be the best PvP and PvE builds at the moment. Next up is one of the most useful skills in New World. Engineering allows players to make gathering tools, proficiency boosters, weapon matrix, and weapons. When it comes to weapon creation, it is the same as weaponsmithing, just that you can make bows, muskets, blunderbuss, spears, and hatchets. These weapons are usually more popular than weapons made in weaponsmithing, but are usually compared to artifacts and other named items. That is why you would make much more profit from other items. Gathering tools are your bread and butter. Everyone will need them, especially when you make them with the 5th perk. 5th perk is also called the moat perk. Basically, every time you gather, you have a small chance of getting a moat. Usually, when you go for a farming run, you get from anywhere from 100 to 200 moats per run, which could get you like 200 or 500 extra gold, which I think it's a pretty good deal. The next very useful item, and my favorite consumable, is Proficiency Booster. It gives you a more gathering yield for a period of time. This becomes essential when you want to optimize your farm run, as your time is more valuable than your gold, meaning that you want to get your materials in the time invested. If you're interested in knowing how you can fully optimize your gathering yield, you can watch the video in the description below. The 5th item that you can craft is also Weapon Matrix. It's the same as you would craft it in weaponsmithing skill, as before, it upgrades your weapons. Overall, I believe engineering skill is far superior to weaponsmithing, as you can craft the same items and much more with this skill. Next is jewelry craft. This unique skill allows you to make rings, necklaces, as well as jewelry matrix. Jewelry matrix is the same as weapon and armor matrix, just that it allows you to upgrade your rings and necklaces. It's needed by most players who want to maximize their gear score. You can also craft the best jewelry with all the perks and the max gear score as with previous best in slot items. Compared to other gear crafting such as weapons and armors, this is far better because most named jewelry is not as good as crafted. Mostly they have 2 good perks, but the third one is always a bit vague, so you usually prefer to have a self-crafted jewelry. Overall, jewel crafting is one of the best skills to go for, as it's as good or as profitable as armoring. Next up is Arcana. With this skill, you can make 3 very good items. You can of course make magical weapons, such as fire staff, ice staffs, healing staffs, and so on. Besides that, you can make different potions, coatings, quintessence, and armor matrix. Let's go over them. As with other skills, you can make best in slot gear, in this case, magical weapons. Armor matrix is next, as it's very profitable because you can upgrade your gear. Quintessence, on the other hand, is a refined material, and it's not technically a full item, but it's needed in the creation of other important items, such as honing stones, proficiency boosters, and many others. That's why many Arcana players focus on just making these items. Potions and coatings are next. They're a bit different than others, as they're a consumable and they provide a defensive or an offensive boost for an enemy type. For example, you're trying to do an expedition that has ancient enemy type in there. As a tank or an offensive player, you would drink a defensive ancient ward potion that would give you a defensive boost, and you would use a coating to boost your damage against this enemy type. This becomes important when you're trying to do a much more difficult dungeons, such as a mutation. Overall, Arcana is quite useful skill as it can provide you with regular income with quintessence and potions. Up next is the most underrated skill. Cooking makes food. Usually you can make either stat food that it's used by everyone, or luck food that is also used by most people. Many players max this skill on their own and make food by themselves, which is a bit counterintuitive for you. However, if you optimize correctly with the correct gear, trophies, etc., you can make 3 times as much food for the same amount as a normal player would. This means you can technically profit a lot more than someone else and just sell it. I tried this myself on previous characters and it worked wonders. Next up is by far my favorite skill and the one that I will personally go for. Furnishing is an amazing skill as it allows you to craft storage chests, musical instruments, and most importantly, trophies. When it comes to the storage chests, the best one is logged behind a rare schematic. You can craft close to the best chests and it will provide you with a solid profit, but it won't be as great with the top tier one. But you don't want to max furnishing for that. You want to max it because you want to craft trophies. Trophies are a key part of endgame success. Everyone knows that they need to buy trophies to maximize their damage, crafting, or gathering potential. You can make a lot of profit from crafting them, and not only it will save you gold from not needing to buy it for yourself, but also you will be able to sell it to others. Usually you can get materials to craft them from elite chests or amplitude chests that become available when you reach maximum level in a certain skill. Musical instruments, on the other hand, are usually okay-ish when it comes to profit. Every trade skill has something to offer and will give you some profit in a way. However, not all were made equal. Armoring and jewel crafting would be considered one of the most profitable trade skills to go for. followed by furnishing, and then engineering. But this is just my opinion. Yours might be different, so tell me in the comments down below, what trade skill will you max first? If you have found this video valuable, then give it a like and subscribe for more New World content, as many more useful guides and builds are coming in the future. Now have a great day and goodbye.